tātou. E te rangatira e Richard tēnā koe, mō tō mihi me tō karakia mā tātou i te pōnei. Me koe e te minita tēnā koe, mō tō mahi tino kaha mā tātou. Ka tū ki te waitemata I oku wairangi e. We stand at the waitemata and this is my dream. Kia ora and thank you for being here tonight. It's really lovely to be here with you all. My name is Moana Tamaariki Pohe. I'm from Ōrākei and I'm from Māngere, and I often say that I have one foot in the waitemata and one in the Manukau, and I'm from everywhere in between. I'm currently a member of the Hauraki Golf Forum, and I get this honour tonight to speak to you because I was the Deputy Chair at the time that this report was produced. I want to say a big thank you to the Wonder team, Shane Kelly, Rauru Kirikiri, Karina Sim-Smith and Sean Lee for producing such a great report, for beautifully weaving together mātauranga Māori and science, for capturing the efforts of so many. Again, thank you. It's my absolute pleasure to launch this State of Our Golf 2020, Hauraki Golf, Tikapa Moana, Te Moana Nui a Toi, State of the Environment Report. A bit of a mouthful. This is the 6th such report in the 20-year history of the Hauraki Golf Forum. Each previous report looked at the environmental changes over a 3-year period. This report is the first to take a longer 20-year snapshot. Sandra Gowdy would much prefer us to shorten it again, but this is as short as we got it. And as the report with you tonight shows, a lot's happened in 20 years. The first, good news, and you'll like this, Rochelle. Slower ship speeds have helped prevent ship strikes of the Bryde's whales. Pest eradication on the Mutu and native regeneration efforts have been spectacularly successful, allowing the return of species like wetapunga, tuatara, many endangered birds like the kōkako, takahe and kiwi. Many more people from all walks of life are now playing an active role in restoring and protecting the Gulf, taking important steps like riparian planting, eliminating plastic and the beach cleanups. And much more is now known about our unique environment of the Hauraki Marine Park. Thanks in part to these reports. However, as you know, it's not all good news. Environmental degradation continues on a daily basis, and Clark pointed out some of these. Crayfish are now hard to find in heavily fished areas of the Gulf. Sediment, nutrients, chemicals and plastic continue to wash into our water, though efforts to improve the water quality are gathering pace. Both seabirds and shorebirds have seen sharp rises in the number of species classified as threatened. Cockle numbers have declined in every area where gathering is allowed all year round. The number of marine pests have more than doubled with the arrival of invasive species like the Mediterranean fanworm. Kinnibarrens are replacing once lush kelp forests. And urban and coastal sprawl has expanded, driven by higher than expected population growth, meaning wild places are harder to find. The report also highlights some mixed news on the fishing front. No surprises there. Total commercial fishing catch in the Gulf has increased compared with 20 years ago, while total recreational catch has fallen. Fish stocks overall remain low, though some are now rebuilding, such as tamure, snapper and tarakihi. After 6 such reports, there can no longer be any debate about the impact on our big, or should I say our green, backyard. The only question now is with what will we do about it? Which brings me to the forum and you. I'd like to take this opportunity to acknowledge the present members. Co-Chair, Councillor Pippa Coombe, local board members Kath Hanley, Balmain Tuki and Scott Milne, Mayor Sandra Gowdy, Councillors Wayne Walker, John Watson, Christine Fletcher, Dennis Tegg, Donna Arnold, Anne-Marie Spicer and Rob Maguire, and Ministers Representatives Andrew Balke, Martin Maria Suse, Andrew Bell and Tangata Whenua members Paul Majuri, Nicola MacDonald, Mux Honig and Dean Ogilvie. Ngā mihi nui kia koutou. I'd like to acknowledge recently retired members Leanne Namani, John Tregida and Mike Lee, for their long and dedicated service to the kaupapa, and to also acknowledge John Mewson, Dale Minogue and Richard Hills, who recently retired from the forum. There have been many past Tauraki Golf Forum members, all who contributed enormously. Also, I thank past executive officers Tim Hyam and Katina Konomos for an amazing job, and a special thanks to the current executive officer extraordinaire, Alex Rogers. Thank you all. The Hauraki Golf Forum is made up of 21 members, 12 members from 6 councils, 3 representatives of the ministers, conservation, fisheries and Māori development, and 6 tangata whenua representatives. All members are in positions of influence, each and every one of them. So I choose to relate to this group of people as movers and shakers, people that will push the boundaries, advocates for change and the ultimate champions for the Hauraki Golf, Tikapa Moana te Moana Nui a Toi. In my 10 years of involvement with the Hauraki Golf Forum, I've heard on numerous occasions that the Hauraki Golf Forum is toothless and has no legislative powers. To that I say rubbish. I like to think of the forum, along with you all, as a shark with a mouthful of razor-sharp teeth and a big bite. And when one tooth is lost, another effective, tough tooth replaces it. There are more people who do not have legislative powers that are toothless in this room tonight than those that do. And yet you have made and continue to make an incredible contribution to revitalising our taonga. We don't need an act, we need to act. We need to be willing to get our butts wet, to get out of the spectator seats and paddle our waka, to take action. There are so many people doing so many great things in this place that we love, because they can and because they care. There are so many champions already, and a few of my favourite collaborative projects include volunteer speed reduction to reduce Brutus whale strikes, Ports of Auckland, Auckland Uni and Rochelle, the New Reuter whānau and the Noisies. I think visitors to these majestic islands rival the number of visitors to Waiheke. There are so many supporters that visit those islands. And of course, close to my heart, Okahu Bay Restoration Project, Ngāti Whātua Ōrākei, Auckland Uni, Auckland Council Healthy Waters, Ōrākei Water Sports, Hauraki Sports, Auckland Canoe Club, Auckland Haul Out, Ōrākei Marina, Muscle Farmer Jake Bartram, Ngāti Pawa, Kaumātua and Whānau, and last but not least, Mrs. Muscles herself, Rochelle Kahui McConnell. Collaborative projects have often been made possible by the generosity of community volunteers. I don't think we can thank them enough. And organisations like Tyndall Foundation and Foundation North's Gift Fund. It is important to acknowledge the dedication and efforts of mana whenua, government agencies, local government, philanthropic organisations, learning institutes, local businesses, community groups and individuals collectively committed to making a difference. And I'd like to make a special mention to the technical officers that we receive from the technical officers. They're amazing and extraordinary backbones for all the work that we do, from council and from the ministry staff. Ko te amorangi ki mua, ko te hāpai o ki muri. Whether you are in the foreground or in the background, every effort counts. Collaboration is key, working together for the greater good. At the Hauraki Golf Forum 2019 Making Waves Conference, Nick Sampson from Strategy and Principal Brand Agency fantastically facilitated an exercise of all the attendees, and they were asked what they would say if they were the Moana of the Hauraki Golf, Tikapa Moana te Moana Nui a Toi. I'll read for you their beautiful collective story, healing the Hauraki Golf together. Let us be the voice for the voiceless. I am a living, breathing embodiment of Māori, the life force that connects us all, ki uta ki tai, from the mountains to the sea. Look at me on a good day and all seems well, but the truth is I've been hurting. Shellfish beds decimated, fish stocks low, my seabed suffocated with plastic and sediment, a mighty ecosystem brought to its knees. The healing process will take time. hard mahi and cooperation. And it will also take more than just aroha. I need true, unrelenting partnership. One of the protections and active restoration. Every one of us has a role to play in this, but we'll also need workers to work as one. Only when my Māori is fully restored will this journey end back to where it began, a healthy, teeming, abundant taonga with kai moana and opportunity for all. We'll have Māori ora. I can be healed. I need you all by my side. Working together, our future looks bright. Let's be the voice of the voiceless. Our taonga tuku iho, our inherited treasure, Te Kapa Moana, Te Moana Nui a Toi, Hauraki Gulf, needs us to stand up, speak up and take action, to channel our energy so the Māori, the life force of the Moana, is healthy and vibrant. After 20 years of the Hauraki Gulf Marine Park, it does feel like the tides are starting to turn for the better. Together we will achieve great results. We must think and act with our heads, our hearts and our hands. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Someone that has been amazingly supportive of the forum and demonstrates a willingness to think and act with her head, heart and hands is our next speaker. It is now my honour to welcome to the stage to speak on behalf of Central Government, our Minister of Conservation, the Honourable Eugenie Sage.